Welcome back. Now, it is said that all things work together for good. Mpho Mmasechaba Mashigo's inability to find a job after graduating with a public relations diploma and the outbreak of the COVID-19 in 2020 threw her on a different path to her community's benefit. When the country went into lockdown in the March of 2020, many poor South Africans were left despondent. Raised by a vendor who sold food in the streets, who would give her unsold cooked food to her community at the end of a long day, the spirit of charitable got passed on to the daughter, Mpho. She found herself dishing out food to scores of children when the country locked down during COVID-19. The Swaragano soup kitchen in Alexandra Township was launched in April of 2020. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the program. So tell us about yourself and how are you at home and how did you end up running and dishing out cooked food to children in Alexandra?
Thank you so much. My name is Mpho Mmasechaba. I was raised by my mother and my stepdad in Alexandra. So my mother sells food on the street. So every day when she would come back, since we were little, so every day when she would come back from work with leftovers, she would send us to our next door neighbors just to share. So I grew up with the saying that share the little that you have with the others. So we would share, and then that grew in me. So I would picture myself growing up, and then I would picture myself buying kids, underprivileged kids, school shoes, clothes, Christmas clothes. So what I'm doing now is what I've always wanted to do, just that I was not informed enough maybe about NPOs or anything like that. So now we feed underprivileged families and children, around 200 of them. So we wake up early in the morning, Monday to Friday. So we are busy saving, we are busy making sure that kids have eaten, no one is left behind. And yeah, that's what we do.
That's a feel-good story, I can tell you. So talk to us, because you studied PR at Rosebank College, right? So when did you graduate to obtain your diploma? And, what did you hope to be when you were growing up?
So growing up, I wanted to be a psychologist, but that didn't happen. And then I studied PR. I just wanted to work in corporate. I was very determined to work in corporate. And then after being unemployed for so many years, I was like, wow, I'm very, very tired of looking for a job. So let me just walk in my mother's steps. So I would go with my mom to her job. I would help her out. I would just I wanted to do anything that my mother was doing because I was unemployed. I tried looking for a job with no luck. So I walked in my mother's footsteps. I would cook with her. I would help her peel the veggies. And then that grew in me also. And I was like, you know what, when I grow up, I just want to be just like my mom because I can't find a job.
So this would mean that you didn't find any kind of internship after graduating, right? And do you ever see yourself using your diploma working as a PR practitioner in the near future?
So if you ask me that question in maybe a few years back, I would say, yes, I want to practice what I went to school for. But now, after I've seen that there are so many underprivileged families, after I've seen that kids go to bed on an empty stomach, after I've seen the struggle people face on a daily, I can tell you I'm very privileged. Although we do not have enough at home, we still stay in a shack. I still do not get paid doing what I do, but I want to save those people. I want to work for my community. I want to go out there and change the world with the little that I have, and also with the help of other people.
Wow. And of course, you also continued until your mother ran out of money. Then you resorted to other means of raising money. Tell us about that.
So we recycle. I realized that we do not have money and we are still struggling. So I started recycling because I cannot only depend on donations. People do not have money. I don't want to lie. But they manage to share the little that they have with us. So I recycle. I go around picking up cans. I go around picking up bottles, and then I recycle. And also my mother, the little profit that she makes at her work by selling takeaways, she also makes sure that she sends it to us and say, hey, what do you need? I can buy for you. And I say, hey, Mama, we need cabbages, we need potatoes, we need this and that. And then she also makes sure that we are covered.
And you still live in a shack with your parents, as you've also mentioned, with your siblings and young son, and of course the entire family. And your mother is still a street vendor right now, selling cooked food as well. But under those circumstances, you'll still share your time and what you have, and you believe all of that, and all of us, of course, can share. So what makes you do what you do?
Growing up, I saw my mother doing this, and then I was like, wow. And then the smiles on the kids' faces, yeah. And then when they say, thank you, Stacey, Stacey, thank you, it makes me sleep at night knowing that I've touched a life with the little that I have. I mean, we do not have enough. We really do not have enough. So that's why I mentioned that I grew up with the saying that share the little that you have with others. Kindness goes a long way. If you can just be kind to that small little boy, it will change his life. If you can just share your meal with the next person, if you have enough, it makes a huge difference in their life. So seeing those kids smile when I walk to the kitchen, they just run to you, so that makes me sleep well at night. And I just say, wow, thank you, Lord, for everything that you do for everyone, for me, for us in the kitchen.
And you speak a lot about kindness. I think even coming to work this morning, I saw a billboard along the road that says, be a little kind today. Why is it so important for people to spread kindness, especially at this time of the year?
Because people are going through enough. People are going through a lot. Just that they cannot come and say, hey, we slept on an empty stomach. They cannot tell you what they're going through, but if you can just be kind to them, that will just alert them that they are not alone in this, It will give them the courage to come in and talk to you and tell you what they are going through. So if you can just be kind to others, we'll then be able to heal them. We'll then be able to change their lives just by being kind. Guys, we need to be kind. A lot is going on in this world, and then kindness is just the way to go.
Kindness is the way to go. And what is your view about life in South Africa in particular, particularly young South Africans, graduates, and unemployed black youth like yourself? And what message can you send to them this morning?
There are so many educated people out there, even those that are not educated, yet there is no hope for them because they are unemployed. And I can tell you the youth are not lazy. They don't know what they can do because there are no jobs. But I can tell them to not give up. I myself also was unemployed. But look now, I'm volunteering for those less privileged, I'm doing something and I'm not even complaining because I don't get paid. But I do this with all my heart. So if they can go out there and just volunteer while they're waiting, job shadowing, they call it job shadowing, they can job shadow. Keep busy. They shouldn't stress. Keep smiling. Keep being positive. Something is going to come up. Something will come up for them.
And of course, running a soup kitchen is no child's play. I can imagine that you need all hands on deck, especially on the side of the community. What would your plea to the community that you serve be right now, just before I let you go?
If people can come and help us, mothers, unemployed mothers can come, anyone who's willing to come help, because you get to see what other people are going through, what other people are experiencing in this life. Somebody privileged may not know what other people are going through in informal settlements, in other communities. So if anyone would like to come, they are most welcome. That's home. We treat everyone the same, no matter you have something, no matter you don't have anything. When you come there, you feel home. That's everyone's home. there's a lot of love there, a lot of peace, a lot of laughter. Just seeing the kids there, it'll change your day. It'll change the way you see life, because you'll see other kids, they come from a deep poverty. But when you see them, they are very happy. They are very delighted to see you, to spend the day with you.
Okay, I think you bear testament of the saying that not all heroes come wearing capes. Keep at it. We thank you so much. And that was Mpho Mmasechaba, who lives in a shack with parents, siblings, and son. She started a soup kitchen, and we say hats off to her. Thank you very much for that.